Take a live look out of Split Rock today. Look at that. You can actually see the moon out there right now. But look at the skies. They're very, very clear. But that will be changing as we head later into the afternoon hours. But we will still continue to see the sun. It's the air quality that will be degrading throughout the rest of the day. But let's take a look at the satellite and radar, which is showing why we're seeing basically clear conditions. We only have a couple clouds here out towards Wisconsin and the UP, but they're not really doing anything. And there's no precipitation to speak of. Still a great morning to get outdoors and to commute in with no obstructions to visibility. With the exception, there's there being some fog out to our south and west. Now later on the day, we do have air quality alerts in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow for all of Minnesota and until 11 o'clock here for the UP. I do expect those to advance into Wisconsin as the smoke begins to filter into the region from the west towards the east. But here's your future air quality forecast where we're looking at unhealthy levels for much of the area, with the exception of Iron County here, where we're looking at unhealthy for sensitive groups for the air quality. So it will become hazier throughout the rest of the day, but we will continue to see the sunshine through the rest of the day and temperatures will be warming up. Here are the temperatures right now into the 50s and 60s, a couple 60s here along the southern shore. 50s mostly across the I-35 corridor and across borderland where it's 57 in Ely, 65 here in Grand Marais, and 62 in Duluth. So it is quickly warming up with that sun coming up right now. High temperatures throughout the rest of the day are also going to be in the 80s, perhaps a little bit cooler here by the lake. But I do think it's going to be another warm day, but it will be comfortable with low humidity in the forecast. Northwestern Wisconsin also looking very similar with warm and lots of sunshine, high temperatures into the low 80s. But then tonight, we do see a chance for some storms moving in. 30% here across Wisconsin with lows into the 50s. I think maybe a little bit closer into the 60s. And then north central Minnesota is where we see the greater chance for some storms here as we have a cold front approaching the region. Light southwesterly winds are going to keep us a little bit warmer into the 60s, especially here in the Twin Ports. So here's that cold front I'm talking about. It's going to move through into the region through tonight, and then it's going to pass, but out behind it, we're going to see high pressure beginning to move in some northeasterly winds. So that's going to allow for some drier air and even lower humidity than what we're seeing right now. So let's time out here starting through this afternoon into Wednesday morning. Here we're looking at 70s through the afternoon hours and eventually into the 80s, staying clear and dry for the entire area. But by about 7 o'clock this evening is when we could see that first chance of some showers, especially on our western portions of the area towards International Falls and Grand Rapids. That line begins to develop a little bit, and we might see a little bit of severe weather out to our west, but it's not very likely. It'll move into the Twin Ports by the 12 o'clock hour and then into Wisconsin by Tuesday morning, and then it will move on out, leaving us mostly dry for the afternoon hours as we head later into parts of Tuesday. So here's that dew point forecast where we're going to bottom out into the 50s for Wednesday. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast where we're looking at 70s also in store for us through the next couple of days and a very low humidity. 80s are on the horizon, and we do see a chance for some storms to develop on Thursday and Friday with another boundary coming in, but it's looking to be very refreshing through the next couple of days.